Hey guys, it's NoName4505 for something new in my channel, a yellow thing, as you can tell here, but this isn't a Let's Play, this is a Let's Glitch. So anyways, I'm progressing through the game, and here is the only poke that I have, a level 10 Pikachu named Amarillo. I don't know if it's named correctly or not, and what we're going to do is try and perform the long-range trainer glitch, which is basically, if any of you guys are familiar with the Mew glitch, in order to start at the one junior trainer who's at the front of the water, if you press start at the same time that the exclamation point pops up, and then you can teleport away, then that's basically a variation of the long reach trainer glitch. And what this glitch that we're going to perform here is getting a level 100 before Brock's gym. So since this is yellow and a lot of the glitches were fixed, but the Mew glitch wasn't fixed because you know, the programmers wanted you to be able to get me without an event. I wish the programmers still thought that way. But because of that, they had to have the long reach trainer glitch. And the long reach trainer glitch caused a lot of other glitches within the game. And basically every single glitch in yellow was some sort of variation of the long reach trainer glitch. So if you're going to kind of glitch along, what you're going to want to do first of all is try and avoid this dude in Viridian City. He's, I believe, the second to last trainer in the forest. So that's what you're going to want to do, is avoid him, and then get to Pewter City, and then go buy some escape ropes. So then, after you go buy your escape ropes, you just try and do the long reach trainer glitch, and then just use one of your escape ropes, and you also want to go heal back at the Pewter Pokemon Center, so that way your escape rope goes to the Pewter Pokemon Center. Now, what we're doing here is, after we perform the long reach trainer glitch, what we have to do is we have to go find a level 4 Caterpie, because it's very important what's going to go on here after this, but I thought at the time that Metapod and Caterpie had the same attack stat, since that's what we're trying to manipulate is the attack stat, but they don't, but I mess up elsewhere in the glitch, so it'll all kind of work out. So part 2 of this glitch, after you perform the long reach trainer glitch, is to go into Viridian Forest and find a level 4 Caterpie, and then afterwards lower its attack stat 6 times with Growl, and since Pikachu happens to have Growl, that works out very perfectly. And now you're going to go to this dude because you're going to do this before you've beaten Brock, but what you want to have is at least a space between him and you, so he has to walk towards you, and he doesn't just stop you right there, but I messed up on that. So I spent some time searching and reperforming the glitch to find a level 4 Caterpie, which I have right here. So I'm going to lower its attack stat 6 times. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about why you want to do that in a little bit, but I'm just going to let this glitch happen while I'm just lowering this Caterpie's attack stat. I think that's the 6th one, and it's just going to go for string shots, and I'm just going to go for another one just in case I miscounted or I wasn't at full growls or something, since I really don't remember. And then all you have to do is, after you've lowered his attack stage 6 times, you just have to go ahead and kill him with a Thunderbolt. So that's all you need to do. So then where is it? Now we're just gonna exit, and we're gonna go up here, go talk to this dude right here, and I'm just double checking that I have at least a space between them, which you do, so he has to walk towards us. That's very important that you do that. I'm not really sure why, but it's just important that you do that, so just listen. I'll try and do some more research about why it's important that he walks towards you. I do know that in like the Mew glitch and stuff, or when you're just battling the trainer for the standard long reach trainer glitch, to get rid of the -B effects, you want to have the trainer walk at least a space towards you. And what I was doing right there is to just show you guys that I have no cheating device, or no cheats enabled, since I'm using VBA. But Yeah, since I'm not playing on full screen, since I have like a bunch of other things going on, that's just what's gonna happen anyways. After you go do that thing with the one dude, this text box is gonna pop up right as you walk in Viridian Forest, and a level 1 Nidoking's gonna pop up. That's what's challenging you. Now, what I'm gonna do right here is just lower his attack stat 6 times, because at level 10 Pikachu's just a little bit too powerful, and I only put him at level 10 just for the sake of taking hits, because Nidoking, even though it's level 1, is still pretty good for level 1. But I'm just trying to lower his attack stat down a bunch, so he really can't hurt me with his attacks, and the only way I can really weaken him is, since Nidoking conveniently happens to have Thrash, it can just hurt itself with Thrash. So that's what I'm doing right here, and just for any of you guys who are gonna be curious, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I do believe you can get other Pokemon doing this glitch. Actually, since it's the long reach trainer glitch, you can get any Pokemon, but depending on how many stats you drop, you're only gonna get certain mons, but they're only gonna go down to level 2, because there's something about level 4 Caterpie's attack stat and Nidoking and Caterpie. I'll explain it a little bit more towards the end of the video, but if you are gonna get it, since it really is getting level 100s, which is what you're worried about, if you want like a level 2 Voltorb, which you'll see later on in the video, then yeah, feel free to get a level 2 Voltorb, but if you're trying to get level 100 before Brock's Gym, it has to be a Nidoking. So I just wanted to answer that before anybody asked. So as I'm just sitting here spamming moves while this Nidoking is trying to hurt itself, which I'm hoping it does, because I need to wear this thing down, since I have no way of hurting it. And later on in the video, after I grind for a little bit, because I was seeing if a quick attack would do a little bit, but it's gonna die, so yeah, we'll just figure that out in a bit. So I'm just gonna check Pokeballs at it, because yeah, I want to try and catch it, because that's important, obviously. So now Nidoking is confused no more. That's coolio. So now we're going to go for the Growl, as he's just going to keep on thrashing. And like I said, I'm just trying to burn moves. Hoping this stupid Nidoking hurts itself in confusion, because yeah, I gotta damage it. So I'm gonna go drink some water here while all that's going on, since this is pretty much self-explanatory. There's really nothing that I have to do. I'm trying to keep Pikachu alive, and then hopefully this thing's gonna keep hurting itself in confusion, and I'm just gonna keep chucking Pokeballs at it until I catch it. Okay, so we ran out of Pokeballs, and I tried doing this on a level 3 Caterpie as opposed to a level 4 Caterpie, which is what was important, and that Voltorb popped up. And now I did it with level 4 Caterpie again, and now we're back here with Nidoking, and as you can see, I leveled up 1, because I wanted to see what a quick attack would do, but I'm just trying to lower its attack stat like before, so it really can't hurt me. And now I'm just going to go for a quick attack, because I can actually hurt it, but that quick attack is going to kill it, because there's a 10 level difference. So, yeah, Pikachu's too powerful, and there's not even a late ball in this gen to power Pikachu up even more, so I'm just like, ugh, I need to reset. I also need to remember to make a save state before I do this, so I don't have to go through the glitch again, but it's not that hard to do. So now this time I got smart, and I made a save state right here, and now you only get to see a couple of my files, just because of the fact that, yeah, I wasn't recording this on full screen like I do for Crystal or Green and stuff, just because I had a bunch of other things going on. This is kind of like a sidetrack. So now I decided to get smart and I made a save state. So, here's Nidoking. And we're just going to do the same thing that we were doing. We're just using Growl to lower its attack stat so it can't hurt us very much, and then hopefully it'll be able to hurt itself enough with Thrash to the point where we can catch it. What would also be helpful is if you guys caught a Caterpie in the forest and grinded it up to a Butterfree, and it's not just grinding it up to a Butterfree, but getting it to like level 15 or 17, I don't remember which, but one of the levels to where it learns the powder moves, like Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, and Stun Spore. Get it up to around one of those levels, and it would take a shit ton of grinding, which would be extremely annoying, but it would make catching this a whole lot easier. So that's what's gonna go on, hopefully. So yeah, he's just gonna keep thrashing here, and I'm just gonna keep wasting growls because I honestly don't have anything better to do while this thing keeps using Thrash. And yeah, nothing happened. That's wonderful. And now he's confuzzled. So now Nidoking's gonna start being a shining star and hitting itself, even though Wild Nidoking is apparently a trainer too. Not really, since we really didn't do that. But yeah, Wild Nidoking's gonna keep hurting itself. And yeah, this is all good stuff because we need to whittle down Nidoking, and that's literally the only thing we have. So now I'm just going to chuck a Pokeball at it, and that literally does nothing. So that's all cool. Not really, but oh well. So he's actually going to keep thrashing about after he snapped out of confusion, I think, which is good because now he's going to snap back in confusion, I guess you want to put it that way. And also I sold some of my escape ropes so I could go buy a couple extra Pokeballs and a couple extra potions, because I felt that I needed a couple of extra Pokeballs and a couple of extra potions since Nidoking was going to be difficult, because it is a fully evolved poke, so its catch rate is pretty low. So yeah, he's just thrashing about here as we're just wasting growls, and now Nidoking refuses to hurt itself in confusion, except he actually does right there. Now I do believe right here, no, I tried chucking a Pokeball at it just out of curiosity, and now Nidoking is confused. So what I decided to do is I decided to make a save state right here. So if Nidoking kills itself, it's gonna die, but right now I have it at the perfect amount of HP, so now I can just load a save state. For those of you who are glitching along with me in the actual cartridge too, especially, I know it'll be kinda cheating, because I was doing that with the save states, but like I said, it really doesn't make that big of a difference, so it kinda did right in that situation in terms of catching it. But, it's just more so for the sake of me doing it in a fairly timely manner, and because I'm lazy. So that's all that is. But yeah, I would have gotten it eventually. So anyways, we caught this Nidoking here, and now I'm gonna start explaining some stuff. Stupid pimples. Fuck stupid acne. Whatever, but anyways, we're gonna walk a little bit because I feel like walking. And now I'm gonna show you some of Nidoking's stats. As you can see, it's a complete legit level 1, and it has level 1 stats, but what you're gonna notice here is the EXP level and the amount of EXPs it has for a level 1. So the thing about the long range trainer glitch is that the long range trainer glitch makes a certain Pokemon appear at level 7, depending on the special stat. And level 4 Caterpie's special stat is the equivalent to the hex number of Nidoking, which is why Nidoking appears. And after you've lowered Caterpie's attack stat X number of times, lowers or increases the level depending on the stat increases or the stat drops. So it can be anywhere from level 1 to level 13. Now, because Nidoking is a fully evolved poke, its EXP, like the amount of EXP that it has, is such a high level that, well, I'm going to save state right here because I'm going to do some other stuff, but it's such a high level that when the whatchamacallit, EXP gets lowered, or that Nidoking actually has a negative amount of EXP right now. It has like negative 55 EXP, I believe. So because it has a negative amount of EXP, now I'm just showing you guys the cheats list, but I'm going to try explaining this a little bit. I should really slow this down, but not really. I don't feel like it because I'm lazy. But yeah, because it's at such a high amount of EXP and the Caterpie and everything makes it a low amount of EXP, it's actually at negative. So now I'm just showing you guys right here that it's a complete legit level 100 here, no cheating devices as I said earlier, but yeah, because it's EXP, I don't quite know the programming thing off the top of my head, but its EXP is negative 55. And then after, so the game treats it as a level 1, and then after it gains some EXP, if it gains less than 55, it's still at negative, at which point the game will treat it as it has more EXP than it should, and it will become a level 100 by default, right there, which is basically what happens. So basically you just have to go into the wild and make sure that you fight a wild poke that won't give it more than 55 EXP. Just simply switching out to your Pikachu should do the job, and then it'll become a level 100. Like I said, guys, you know, I do know a little bit about programming, but not enough on the particular situation to really give you a whole lot of programming in-depthness, but you know, I tried to give you guys a explanation, even though it was a pretty bad one. You can go find this on YouTube, and hopefully someone will give you a better explanation, or I do believe Blobopedia has this. I found this from some dude that I met who's also interested in glitches, and he told me about this. So yeah, anyways guys, this was NoName4505 for my first episode of Let's Glitch Pokemon Yellow. As I progress through the game and do a couple of extra glitches, I will showcase some more, and this is just going to be kind of, you know, I'm trotting along the game and I see a glitch that I know, or a glitch that one of my friends knows, and then I'll do it in yellow because I feel like doing it in yellow. And yeah, anyways, peace.